Welcome back. Our live rugby league tonight in the big league comes from Craven Park. It's Hull Kingston Rovers against Widnes. Match commentators Mike Stevenson and Peter Hutton.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, tremendous atmosphere here. Hull KR Widnes, a cracking game last year. We saw it on the big league. Hull KR beating Widnes by 10-8. Steve-O, if it's as good as that one, it'll be a belter tonight.
Oh, a cracker in store, that's for sure. Hull Kingston Rovers, they went into last year's game. Once again, the underdogs. That's the same tonight. I'm afraid they've been decimated by injuries. But if you need and you want to watch a team that has got 150%, there they are on your screen.
And a twist in the tail already in this game as Hull KR run out. They've had problems enough getting their side together, problems with a contract over the summer. But the twist in the tail today, Paul Lyman was due to play for them at centre. His car broke down. And he's only just arrived at the ground, so Lyman is going to the subs bench. It means Mike Bibby comes into the side, and that is the reshaped Hull KR side. Wayne Parker's also failed a late fitness test. So let's run down the Hull KR 1 to 13. Fletcher, Cook and Barkworth, then Mike Bibby, Bright Sodgy, Sean Ho's in there with Phil Windley. That's a new man, Mike Bibby, his second game in the first team. He played against Bradford last game of last season. Then up front for them, Chris Harrison, Lee Richardson, Wayne Jackson, Craig O'Brien, Andy Thompson and Paul Speckman, with now Paul Lyman going on the subs bench alongside Paul Bannett. Steve-O, it must hurt them to have the likes of Sean Ho, who's in the picture there, just being changed round right at the last minute after their game plan's been formulated.
Yeah, it really is hard for a coach. They work all week, but it's called professionalism, I'm afraid. And that's what we talk about when we refer to depth in a side. We look at the Widnes side there. They've got 9 internationals. And there's the man, a lot of fire in his belly, Bobby Goulding. He'll be looking to set up. He'll be the platform for the big forwards, especially the big prop forward, Kurt Sorensen.
There's the Widnes side then. Davis, Courier, Spruce, Wright and Hadley. Hume and Goulding at half-backs, then Sorensen, Paul Hume, the new captain, by Marlowe, Moriarty and Ayres in the second row, and Les Holliday at loose forward. The captains are tossing up at the moment. Paul Hume, the captain, that of course is the big man for them, Kurt Sorensen. And Kurt Sorensen, always a man you've got to watch out for. He may be 35, but he'll still be a handful.
My word, well, he admits to being 35. You almost all remember that once the footballer gets over the age of 30, their brains start to slow down, and so does their age.
I remember that, Steve. Next time you commentate on something dodgy.
Well, I'm only 32.
That proves your point, I feel. There's your ref, Colin Steele, man from Cumbria, from Askham in Furness. A big game expected from him tonight. By the way, Fred Lindop, controller of referees on boots and all on Monday night. Now that should be interesting.
Can't wait.
Widnes then with the kick-off, Jonathan Davis, the man who'll do it. Jonathan Davis, you were mentioning before, played at full-back for Canterbury. It is a position which I think quite suits him.
I think so. I think that it just gives him that extra yardage, gives him time to think. He's easily spotted out of the game when he plays at standoff, and I think he enjoys playing rugby league football in that number 1 shirt.
Widnes get us underway at Craven Park, the big league, live and exclusive. Hull KR against Widnes. Rovers, in case you're new to the game, in the red and white, Widnes in the famous black and white. The first run in there from Chris Harrison of the Rovers. This Rovers pack, a fine pack. They did very well last season, didn't they?
Especially the Harrison brothers. Chris Harrison, he'll catch your eye tonight. He really is strong, big and strong, and so will the hooker, Lee Richardson.
Early kick from Fletcher. Just gets over the halfway line. That was the marking you saw in your picture. Adrian Hadley burst the tackle, and Hadley's away already, and he's got support too. There goes Richie Ayres, and Ayres is in for the first try of the game. And Widnes have shocked the Rovers in the first few moments. And Adrian Hadley, the star of the win against Castleford, really looked very impressive there, and Ayres backing up superbly.
Well, Stone's Better Championship replay shows quite clearly that I'm afraid Hull Kingston Rovers' defensive pattern was all at sea. Hadley allowed plenty of time. The kick and chase runners was very poor indeed, but good support play there by Richie Ayres. He's been a stalwart for the Widnes club for quite some years. But there you see Hadley, the strength, He just pushed off would-be tacklers. The support play was there. They had to come inside for Hadley, the wingman. I'm afraid Graham Cook had to come inside. He was left no option, but good try there by Widnes. And that is not the start, I'm afraid, that the Rovers were wanting.
Oh, what a start to the season for Rich Ayres. 2 tries in his first 2 games. Widnes with a win on Sunday and ahead early on here at New Craven Park. Jonathan Davis with the kick right out on the touchline. Just wide. There is a wind tonight. That will be affecting the kicking game. But Widnes in front, 4-0.
Well, here you can see the kicking there, the support play. He just uses his strength as Hadley. He's a very strong man, this fellow. And look how he serves it up. That is a lovely pass. You see how Cook had been drawn in. He'd got in from the inside. That was where the problem was. And that is how the try was scored.
Already a substitution for Hulkingston Rovers. That's the man on, Paul Lyman, the man whose car broke down. And Julian Barkworth, the man who's gone off. So Rovers quickly making a substitution, just 2 minutes gone, and they're behind already. Paul Moriarty there driving in for Widnes. This is an important year for him. Wes Holliday, another Great Britain man. The Widnes side packed full of internationals, both from Great Britain and New Zealand. Paul Hume, the captain, a tourist, utility player, and a very useful player, as Malcolm really found out this summer.
Well, you notice straight away that Widnes are going to use their big forwards. You'll notice they're coming in at the angle, trying to pull in the defence, and then they'll use the link or the kicking game like this.
Davis lifts it high, right Sodgy underneath it, lets it bounce.
Always amazes me how this very small in stature Jonathan Davis can get so much height and length with a rugby league football.
And wasn't that a great kick as well?
On a sixpence.
It'll be tough in there today. The Widnes forwards, a big pack. OKR's pack know they've got a big game. Now here come the Rovers. Sean Ho, the standoff tonight. Again they go, first man with Harrison.
He's a man they'll be looking for a lot of leadership with so many changes in this Kingston Rovers side.
Andy Thompson slips the pass to Ho, trying to find a way out of the tackle, but wrapped up quickly by Andy Courier. That goes over Jonathan Davis's head. Has let it bounce. Bounces neatly for him. Sodgy's up there quickly. Davis steps out of 2 tackles. Keeps going. Jonathan Davis to the halfway. Still looks like a 4-2. Oh, good bit of tackling there by Thompson. And he forced David Hume into touch.
Well, this is the type of thing we mentioned before the kick-off, that Jonathan Davis has the time by playing full-back. He'd gained the momentum. David Hume couldn't keep in from touch, but what a great run there by the Welsh wizard.
Rovers put it in and take it out of the way, and a chance for burst there by Phil Windley. Phil Windley, an interesting figure in this Hull KR side, former Hull player, one of the players who went to Scarborough, and with the demise of Scarborough, he's come back to Humberside, and Windley playing the Hulkingston Rovers tonight. Hull KR trailing 4-0 after 5 minutes of this game, and now they break the line, and a good bit of work there by Chris Harrison.
Oh, wonderful play by the prop forward. He just ran straight through Sorensen.
Well, the ball goes to the ground and collected by Widnes and by the right winger for them, Andy Courier.
Yeah, Mike Bibby, you'll see, take his eyes off the ball there. It was pretty hard, was the pass, though. Bounced right off his chest.
Bibby, yet another local youngster, plucked into this Hull KR side as Rich Ayres. The try scorer goes in the run, drops the ball. Was it a knock on there from Graham Cook, with a suspicious character?
That really was a good tackle by the veteran lineman, was it? Yes, that really shook things up there. Ayres, the ball jolting free. He didn't just lose it. That was because of the pressure of the tackle.
Lyman might have been late because of his car breaking down. Wasn't late in the tackle. Andy Thompson there. Andy Thompson, one of the many people who had a bit of a contract dispute here. Hull KR changing over their system, now paying incentive payment for wins. I believe it's £400 for a win. Andy Thompson now back in the fold, as is everybody except Graham Hallas at Hull KR.
£400. Some people run over their own grandmother for that sort of money.
You'd sell your own grandmother for that sort of money.
Come.
Kick lifted by Mike Fletcher towards Jonathan Davis. Davis collects it. Again, he tries to make some yards as he moves forward quickly from the catch.
A little bit of a wasted kick there by Speckman. It was far too deep. Davis has to be put under pressure. You can't allow him that room. Get to him quickly.
Moriarty now. This certainly is a big year for Paul Moriarty. He's been dogged by injuries, but a great bloke and a great player in his day.
Yes, even Malcolm really, I'm sure, would have liked to have had the big fella like that on the tour down under. Let's hope, as you mentioned, Peter, that the injury hoodoo keeps away from him in '92.
Shoulder and knee problems dogging his career since he moved to rugby league, but a fine player. Now, on the last tackle, Widnes. Look back for Holiday. Holiday's kick. Again, they find touch, and their kicking's been very impressive tonight, both from Holiday and Davis.
Well, you saw there that the ball came back to the halfback, Bobby Goulding. He was put under pressure there, but Holiday, quick thinking, that's a planned move. He was standing back another 4 metres, and that gave him the pressure. When the pressure was put on Goulding, he threw it out of Holiday. Had all the time in the world to kick it.
Referee Colin Steele bringing them back down again today, and also you can hear him there shouting Widnes to move away to their right. Rovers put it in through Windley, and now can Ho make some yards? No, he can't. The Widnes back row up very quickly to crash him to the floor.
Well, you mentioned very quickly there, Peter. They looked offside to me.
Rovers again stuck inside their own half. Tackling from Darren Wright in combination with his centre partner Stuart Spruce. Spruce, of course, only playing in the centres because John Devereux is out suspended. It's meant to reshuffle Andy Courier on the wing. But Widnes not looking as if they're suffering greatly because of that shuffle. They've looked good so far tonight. Now Jonathan Davis on the 20-metre line. Again, tries to find the gap in that Hull KR armour. Doesn't find it though. Taken by Paul Speckman.
That was a better chasing game by Hull Kingston Rovers there. You saw that at least 4 or 5 players went to them quickly.
Adrian Hadley, the man tackled in possession there. It's difficult to talk about this Widnes side without mentioning how many great internationals, how many big names they've got. And perhaps a big name of the future, Stuart Spruce in possession there. They've got good youngsters, another good one on the bench in Steve McCurry. And Goulding linking it all together to Holiday, switches it back inside to Ayres. Ayres runs off Thompson. Ayres still going. And a good run there by Richie Ayres, a man unlucky not to go on the tour himself.
Well, he certainly started with a bang, hasn't he? But that was a planned move, a nice switch back inside, as that is.
They do it again. Sorensen looks by outside for Goulding. Goulding support on the wide from Spruce, but the referee says forward. But Goulding looping round well, getting his backs moving.
Well, no doubt about it. The pass from Hume was forward. Referee Colin Steele, Johnny on the spot there, but it just shows you how effective the switch inside can be. And Widnes are using that all the time. A little short pass and then one switch back inside.
Fletcher up into the line from full back once more, but Rovers have spent most of this game inside their own 20-metre line. Harrison again used as first man. That's clearly their main option as the first man runner. Burrowing through Lee Richardson. Good player, Lee Richardson. One of their stars last year. 10 minutes gone. Widnes in front. 4 points to nil. Thanks to that early try from Richie Ayres. O'Brien, bit of a nasty look off the floor there. He eventually got uphill the ball and sent it out wide. Thompson again running wide for them. Oh, and that was a little high, to say the least.
Well, Richie Ayres on his opposite number there, Andy Thompson. You'll see on the replay, is going to ground. Oh, he ducked right into that one, but that was a swinging right arm. No doubt about it. The penalty is given, and rightly so. Colin Steele will have a few stern words. As you can see on the picture, it's certainly stern, isn't it?
This might be a good time to mention what that new rule is about high contact. Fred Lindhoff bringing it up and telling us about it the other day. It's now a penalty if there's high contact either accidentally, recklessly or maliciously. And that's caused a few problems this season, I think it's fair to say.
Well, he'll be able to explain that in full detail on Monday at Boots and All, 10 o'clock. Don't miss it.
I'm sure you'll treat him gently, Stephen.
Like a baby.
Now Rovers make the first, and going through the second row, O'Brien well taken out by Bobby Goulding. Off the cross, real sprinting stuff by Goulding, and grabbed him round the ankles. Rovers still charge forward though. This their prop forward Wayne Jackson. And Rovers for the first time, real momentum behind that attack.
Tremendous play by Rovers, good support play.
Sending it out wide now. Oh, it was almost on there. It just went over the top of Graham Cook, and he knocked it over the bar like a soccer goalkeeper.
Well, Speckman took the gamble there. You saw number 4. He came in off the wing. Speckman, the long ball. Cook should have got this. It's not the best pass, but the chance was there. You saw there. So wide.
Rovers winning against the head, and now, another chance goes a begging. It was Sean Ho, the ball bounced off.
Well, a little bit high and a little bit hard, but once again, these players taking their eyes off the football. You've got to keep an eyes on it. Come on, fellas.
And that was a real chance for Hull KR, winning a scrum against the head on the 20-metre line. Congratulations to Lee Richardson on that one. But it's Widnes with possession. The big man Kurt Sorensen unloads in the tackle well. Hume looping round. Got support too. In the line comes Stuart Spruce. Goulding. Hume. David Hume, the man who signed a new contract this week at Widnes, unloads it well. They're still coming forward. Fine Marlowe. And Fine Marlowe goes charging up inside the Hull KR half.
Big strong Kiwi for Milo.
Goulding lifts the kick now. Worrying moments of Fletcher, but well taken. And Fletcher looks for the support too. There isn't any, so he keeps going forward. Now he finds support. And Hull KR try and find the runners.
Oh, Mike Fletcher was as cool as his haircut there. Look at that. That's tremendous.
He's been letting it grow long, he tells me.
If he can give me the recipe, I'd be interested.
Yours is like that, but in reverse. No hair on the top and lots on the outside.
Keep your day job, Peter.
What day job? Richardson hails it as Rovers come forward again. Davis once more. Oh, another time of breaking the tackle, and Sodji's in there quickly to make the connection. Oh, and Sodji pinched it as well.
Well, the referee, Colin Steele, looking for his touch judge. Pretty hard to see there, but there was no one there around it. And he's deemed that it was a knock-on by the hooker and captain from Widnes, Paul Hume. So it'll be a Kingston Rovers feed. Well, Widnes got off to a flying start, Peter, but I tell you what, the Rovers have really bounced back. They're not being overawed by this at all.
Yeah, looks like we've got another cracker in prospect, touching wood. Sean Ho wrapped up by his opposite number, David Hume. Scrum count enormous in the favour of Hull Kingston Rovers as they make another handling error. It's the scrum half, Phil Windley.
Well, once again, you see quite clearly the little halfback was looking to set up the link out wide. He was actually, his head was turning before the ball had even got to him.
Bobby Goulding as Widnes try and attempt their first success at a scrum when Lee Richardson finally gets his head in. And now, when Paul Hume finally gets set in, referee Colin Steele moves them back, and now they're charging at each other. And for the first time, Widnes win a scrum, the second scrum, their first success. Good tackle coming in off the wing from Graham Cook, but he couldn't wrap his man up. Now he's wrapped up by Mike Bibby. Bibby in there quickly on Stuart Spruce. Holiday couldn't make many yards there. Bibby again involved in the tackle with him Fletcher. Holiday's obviously taken a knock at that one.
Oh, he looks in a lot of problems, Holiday. He could hardly get up to play that ball.
Widnes loop round once more, this time Moriarty, the man running wide, unloads well. They come forward again with Darren Wright. And Wright taken by Andy Thompson. Paul Hume. Widnes look inside now. Chance for a break for Fine Marlow. Fine Marlow inside into Andy Courier, and the ball's still alive too. Goes wide out to Stuart Spruce, who's come onto the wing. Spruce nicks inside, Spruce still going. Couldn't quite find Richie Ayres, who was stood behind him. Good run by Stuart Spruce though. Last tackle. Goulding, is he going to kick? No, he won't. Stretch it wide. There's a bit of space out there on the left wing as Davis comes into the line, but the ball goes to ground and eventually trickles into touch.
Well, the referee has opted for forward pass, but there you see Holiday in the picture. Oh, and he looks in a lot of pain. This is another chance that went begging.
This is the Holiday incident.
Mike Fletcher going in. Well, it looked like a swinging arm there, didn't it, by Mike Bibby, but it didn't make contact.
Yeah, I think he fell awkwardly against his right knee.
Oh, it was obviously in the impact of the tackle. He felt it just twisted round on him.
Yeah. Sean Ho now, OKR. That's the 20-metre line. Another innovation in rugby league this year, that the lines are marked every 10 metres or so. We're not quite sure if it's exactly 10 metres. My eyesight says the first 10 metres is a lot more than the second 10 on this pitch. That could be wrong, of course. Rovers get out of it, whatever the distance is.
I think it's a new rule, and I think it's a good one as well, because anything that can help the referee these days is a boon for the game.
Also shows how many yards people are making, and Andy Thompson's making yards there. Andy Thompson going up towards the halfway, goes out wide now to Cook. Cook, a star man for Rovers according to his coach, goes on the run inside to Thompson, who's still with it. Rovers are still going, and the referees wipe the tackle count clear as well. 6 more tackles for them as Hull KR comes charging forward. Phil Windley to Fletcher. Fletcher finding a hole to Suchi inside. Great work there by Hull KR, but great work too by Jonathan Davis, who pushes Bibby into touch.
Oh, tremendous play there. Andy Thompson set it up. There you see the fullback Fletcher coming through. Bright Suchi knew he didn't have the speed, but that was good scrambling defence by Jonathan Davis. Widnes were absolutely cut to shreds, but full credit to them. They came back. Their scrambling defence was excellent.
Steve McCurry coming on for Les Holiday, obviously feeling that knock, but Steve McCurry, a good player to have on a subs bench.
Oh my word, is a lot of talent, this guy. But Widnes looked as though they were going to have a picnic tonight. They raced away to that 4-0 lead. But the Rovers showing all the grit and determination.
Colin Steele bringing out Kurt Sorensen and giving a penalty to Hull KR. Well, that'll set our men behind the scenes searching away to try and find the incident. Must have been in the tackle at the end of that move. But the crucial factor, a chance for 2 points to Hull KR and a chance for them to get off the mark.
Well, that occurred off our screen, but there was no doubt there, as you saw the referee dip his shoulder, saying that Sorensen interfered with a support player. That's why the penalty is resulting.
Success for Mike Fletcher, and Hull KR have narrowed the deficit. It's now Widnes 4 thanks to an early Richie Ayres try. Hull KR 2 thanks to Mike Fletcher's goal.
Well, the first 20 minutes nearly up, and it looked pretty sad there. There's a quick kick-off by Widnes. Hull KR not ready.
They just kept it from going out into the sand track around the pitch where the greyhounds run.
That was great thinking by Widnes there. Hull KR were just trotting back into their position. They came back and kicked off, shocked everybody. Rovers were lucky to get away with that.
But Rovers in possession and just 2 points behind. We're halfway through the first half. Widnes dominated the first 10 minutes. Rovers half shading the second 10. Davis once more collects the kick. Again he goes sideways. Again he looks at the chink in the line. Perhaps he'll find it. But in the end he's wrapped up. There's Lyman in there quickly with him, Sean Ho.
Well, that must tell them loud and clear not to kick to Davies. They've got to keep him well away from him. Even if they just use the grubber kick into touch, do anything but to keep it away from the Welsh wizard.
There's the Welshman, Paul Moriarty, his heel. Paul Hume collects it eventually. And Fine Marlow comes forward now. Widnes with a big weight advantage in the pack. And these big men, particularly Fine Marlow, making yards with the runs too. Sorensen taken by 3 Rovers. Oh, a kick went right in the stomach there of Paul Speckman. Accidental it looked like from Sorensen as the kick went in. Now Soji takes the open under.
No doubt about it, David Hume was in front of the kicker. A good play there by Bright Soji. He kept his ground. Hume definitely offside. I'll say the referee really has been on the ball. He's missed nothing so far.
Fletcher kicked a touch. And the Robins trailing 4-2. Turning into a bit of a cold night here in East Hull. Not far away from the docks, not far away from the sea. Obviously. Chris Harrison. Some strong tackles going in there. The man taken, Craig O'Brien. Rovers seem to, in the same way as some of the Yorkshire clubs used to say, whistle down the pits, even they're whistling down the docks and they find another amateur strength.
Well, he's got the hooker there, swinging arm. You see it coming here, definitely over the shoulder.
That's that high contact rule again.
Wayne Jackson felt that one. I wouldn't say there was much maliciousness or intent, but should I say the intent was definitely there. I think within the next few weeks, Peter, we may see quite a few of these players taking an early bath.
Could well do, as they've been seeing in Australia too since the new law came in. Chris Harrison, again the first man from the tap. Lee Richardson tries to go himself, but wrapped up quickly by the second row of Widnes. Rovers, though, only 20 metres away from the Widnes line. The fans have gone quite quiet at the moment. With any try from Hull KR would certainly set the pulses racing here. They're just 2 points behind as Windley tries to find a way through for O'Brien. Looks good, O'Brien. He's had a lot of trouble with injuries in his career, but I think he could become a regular for Hull KR this season.
He's a talented player, and this young kid Windley is certainly getting involved in it. Some neat little passes, has created 2 gaps so far.
Up and under from Speckman, takes it himself, but there's no support there, and Widnes wrapped the ball up when it's offered.
Well, it was on the last tackle. Speckman jumps well. He had to keep the ball, try to keep it alive. Jonathan Davis was there. He read it well. And LKR there, not squared at the play of the ball.
We've already talked a lot this season about Alan Hunt and that Great Britain full-back spot. What about Jonathan Davis? Do you reckon he's got a chance?
Well, the way he's playing so far, I mean, he's such a talented player. I know he does not like to play for Great Britain on the wing. It's always been mooted, but that's why his position on the wing, because of his kicking ability.
Sorensen goes charging through for Widnes. Couldn't find a support, but there's a good bounce for them. Goes out to Currier. Currier inside to Spruce. Spruce going forward. Great tackle by Fletcher and Thompson. Now Widnes with their tails up as Goulding spreads it wide. McCurry in the line too. Ayres taken round the ankles by Sean Ho. McCurry again, looks left, no one there, so he goes himself. Now he spreads it. Ayres again making the run. Hadley the ball behind him, picks it up well. Moriarty misses out Goulding, perhaps not intentionally. Hume now a standoff. Hume goes wide. Couldn't quite find Jonathan Davis. But Widnes showing an ability to throw the ball wide, showing a willingness to throw the ball wide. Spruce again involved. How many times he touched the ball this game? Currier to Moriarty. Moriarty slips out the tackle. Moriarty's got Ayres with him. Fletcher's there and just funnels into touch, just a few yards short.
Well, that would have been injustice in my mind. Moriarty just feeding Ayres out wide there. If it had gone in the second rower, I thought that last pass from Moriarty was forward. It looks it to me on the replay. But good defence here. The fullback, Fletcher, excellent tackle, ball and all.
No problems for Rovers with the scrum. Sean Ho up to about 17-18 metres away from the try line. 25 minutes gone in this first half, and Widnes winning 4-2 at the moment. An early try from Richie Ayres, the crucial factor in the game. Whoa, big tackle by Currier there.
Well, it was a good tackle by Currier, but really the ball should have come out. Currier has been given a roving commission. He's playing on the right wing, but he's going all over the field. Obviously Phil Narder has given him that freedom. but in doing so, it can cause a lot of problems in defence.
Yeah, it puts the pressure on Stuart Spruce, who's covering behind him on the right wing. He's going to be where Andy Currier's gone at all times. Last tackle. Oh, it's not gone backwards, this one. It's not going anywhere. Hits the floor by the hands of David Hume, and then the back of Paul Speckman.
Well, Speckman kicked it. He knew it wasn't a good kick, but at least he went through and supported it. He should have taken that one.
So, turnover, and Widnes come forward with Spruce on the halfway line.
But very impressed with the Hull Kingston Rovers defence. It looked very shabby in the opening 5-10 minutes, but they've tightened it up. They're playing with a lot of enthusiasm. Widnes are going to have to work hard to win this one. That's if they do win it.
You saw one more handling error for Hull KR, but most of those errors were in the first few moments of this game. They've certainly tightened up since then. Ayres. Widnes inside the Rovers half. Goulding looks for his man making a run. He finds Davis in the end, but Davis well wrapped up by Bibby. Bibby just thrown into this game right at the last minute, but he's doing all right.
That was excellent defence once again. You notice that the Hull Kingston Rovers line, it was not sucked in by Widnes coming at an angle. The ball was going out wide. There's a replay of Goulding. That was a nice little kip over. He knew that Sodji was out of position. But the Hull Kingston Rovers defence is not being sucked in and leaving that angle defence gap.
Quite close to the Rovers try line, but again, it comes out the Rovers way. Oh, and a kick with no one covering behind. A good chase here. Who's going to get there first? It looks like Adrian Hadley. The wrong wing perhaps for Sodji. If it had gone the other way, Sodji might have fancied his chances.
It just went a little bit astray, didn't it? The kick, the idea was there. The Rovers knew exactly
work there as well.
Yeah, the Rovers knew exactly what was happening. It's been a pet hate of mine. Why do they bring the fullbacks up at the scrum base is beyond me. And why players and coaches don't use it more often, that's also beyond me.
Rovers did well there, good thinking, drove them back a long way, but now Marlowe drives Rovers back, and Marlowe just won't go down. Chris Harrison eventually takes him. Bobby Goulding's kick, one of the best place kickers and touch kickers in the Widnes ranks. Not there though.
Good support play there. We saw Hadley and Wright. They're making a decent combination, especially in defence. The Rovers having a few problems on that right side.
That's interesting. Widnes, 10 more tackles than Hull KR so far. Shows the way the game swung from those first few moments when Widnes were dominating and Ayres got the only try of the game so far. Moriarty's tackle as Windley kicks. Again going behind the Widnes men. Davis and Hadley think about it. Eventually Hadley picks it up. Windley chasing it but beaten by Hadley. He steps out of a second challenge to his right up to the halfway line. And good work by Adrian Hadley before eventually being taken by Paul Lyman.
He's a strong boy, isn't he, Hadley? Got plenty of upper body strength, and so is this guy.
And there he goes, charging forward. He's looking for the support. Perhaps 10 years ago he'd have gone all the way, but he was looking for the support. It wasn't around him, but he's having a big game tonight. Widnes, Goulding. Goulding out to McCurry. McCurry looks at a man making a break. Darren Wright slips the first tackle again. There's not been too many handling errors from Rovers recently, but people are missing the first tackles. Marlowe gets a bit closer to that try line. They're only about 5 away now. Can Widnes add to their try they scored in the second minute? Goulding looks for a man who's come in, which is Andy Currier, again rolling inside, but it bounced off Currier and Fletcher picks it up for Rovers.
Well, another typical example of a player looking at the man coming to him. You could see Currier's head turning towards the tackler. No way you can pick up a ball when you're doing things like that.
Nice bit of work during the replay by Mike Bibby, and Rovers getting out of their own danger area. They're coming up towards the halfway line with under 10 minutes of the first half to go.
Well, Widnes getting a little bit frustrated with their game plan. They were using the strong forwards, running at the angles, and then using the link of Bobby Goulding, but I think they've been shocked. Now, was that a late tackle? Referee Steele says no. He says it was a bit of Academy Award stuff, and play on.
Let's have a look again.
Kick over by the little halfback, Windley. Well, he won't get a statuette for that one either. Neither will he get the penalty.
Goulding switches direction. Hume to Moriarty, and Moriarty's through again, and Moriarty going for the line, but well taken by Fletcher. Ball keeps going now. Hume again once more, taking it very close.
I can't believe that. Moriarty had Hadley outside, no one in front of him. They've bombed it.
Goulding, Sorensen looks for the line.
I just can't believe it. Neither can Hadley.
They've still got a chance though. Goulding inside to find Marlowe. Suspicion it might have been forward. Referee says no. Find Marlowe just a few yards away from that line. Last tackle. What'll they do here? Goulding, quick pass inside to David Hume. David Hume, take a note. It's going to be a turnover.
Well, Phil Larder must be fuming. They have bombed a try. The big Welsh second rower made good ground. All he had to do was pass the ball out wide. He went for glory and finished up with dust.
Don't mince your words, Stephen. OKR again stuck in their own 20. Wayne Jackson. Referee in there quickly. Saw a bit of a tussle between Wayne Jackson and the Widnes captain, Paul Hume.
Well, you see on the replay, prop forward, lunges with his head. Referees don't like that, neither do I. Hume looks in absolute disgust.
And I'm sure Hulkiar would look in disgust as well, because that's a penalty right in front and 20 metres out.
Especially George Fairbairn, the coach. Well, they played so well this first half. As we mentioned, a little bit shaky in the opening minutes. They fought their way back and they were starting to take control. And silly things like that make that man's job very difficult indeed.
Doesn't smile very often anyway. He won't be smiling now.
He's got nothing to smile about, Peter. That really was just schoolboy stuff. Even schoolboys don't get sucked in for that sort of thing.
So Jonathan Davis with the kicking opportunity. 4-2 at the moment. Widnes in front. This will make it 6-2. No problems for Jonathan Davis and for Widnes.
Penalty kick to Widnes by Jonathan Davis.
Good crowd here at Craven Park. Quite a few have come across from Widnes. I know a lot more watching it back home. We're pressed into saying lots of messages to people back in Widnes. Too many to mention though, so we'll just say hello watching back in Widnes. That should hopefully cover my back.
Hello, Widnes, and that'll probably cover mine.
Referee just stopping the clock at the moment. Kurt Sorensen, what a big game he's had tonight. One of those people who everyone keeps mentioning he'll go into coaching soon, but he's holding on there as a player and doing a good job.
Well, it looked odds on that he was going to take over the position for this season, but they opted for Phil Larder.
But credit to Sorensen, I suppose, for staying in there and working at it.
Oh, he's a professional.
Davis, sure, that was a forward pass to Moriarty. The OKR fans think so anyway.
Oh, those many whistleblowers. Oh, dearie me. Every picture tells a story.
Paul Hume for Widnes. Good kick by Goulding. Should just reach touch, does reach touch.
Very controlled game from Goulding tonight. He's just been the general, making sure that the ball is being kicked downfield, pushing Hulkington Rovers back all the time. He's been the architect, he's been trying to get those forwards moving. He hasn't burst on with anything individual yet.
We keep talking about him, saying he's got his problems, Steve-O, but on his day, he's a great player.
Oh, you can't take anything away from him. He's a great footballer. Just because he's fiery does get him into troubles a few times, but a lot of players like him.
There's the scrum count. Most of them have gone with the feed, but Lee Richardson having a good game in there, and so too the front row against a big Widnes pack. That's the fourth tackle. So Rovers looking for the opportunity now to try and break this line. They've done the hard work, but They can't find any more yards there. Sorensen in with a tackle on the second row man, Craig O'Brien. Now they'll kick. Straight, though, to the winger, Adrian Hadley. Hadley's burst a few tackles so far in this game. Couldn't burst that one from Speckman.
Once again, Hull Kingston Rovers taking the wrong option in my book. They've been kicking it down the throat of Jonathan Davies and also Hadley. As you mentioned, Peter, he's a very strong player.
Now off goes Stuart Spruce, and Stuart Spruce with bright Sodgy all over him. Eventually takes him down with the legs. Spruce heals it. And Widnes tries for it wide. Not too long left in his half now. As Goulding to McCurry. McCurry to Ayres. Ayres to Moriarty, and Moriarty to the floor.
Oh, that was a shame. Moriarty making another mistake. They'd worked it well. Widnes had used it to such an extent that after that break, they switched the ball. The link was superb. Two passes took them nearly the width of the field. From the halfback, Hume and Goulding. And there was forwards lining up there to take that. Oh, and another mistake.
Sean Ho this time.
Well, it's a bit of a nightmare in that department so far. But that gives you some indication of the pressure that it's all under.
Widnes with a chance here while we wait for the scrum. Just worth reminding you that Hull KR had to reshuffle this side right before kick-off. Paul Lyman stuck. His car broke down. Only arrived just before the game. Wayne Parker failed a Lale fitness test too. So Sean Ho is in there at standoff. Mike Bibby in there in the centre. And Rovers doing well considering they had to reshuffle right at that last minute.
It's an amazing performance so far. The penalty given for those that are quite new to the game, the reason why the referee was pushing his hands away was that he had called for Widnes to break away from the scrum. They didn't, and that's the penalty.
Again the ball on the floor, it went backwards, but Widnes dived on it in the shape of Darren Wright. And now Widnes perhaps one last chance before half-time. Kurt Sorensen charging again. Tried to get something out of Lee Richardson, couldn't do so though. Now Marlow taken by Thompson. Hit to the floor. Speckman involved in the tackle too. As Widnes come again through Richie Ayres. Ayres couldn't unload it this time. He's looked very mobile, very strong this game, Richie Ayres. Couldn't find a way through then. Goulding to Moriarty. Moriarty holds on this time and gets the chance of support too. As Widnes keep coming forward. Right eventually taken. This the last tackle.
Well, sorry Peter, there you saw the rugby union coming out of Moriarty. He was falling to the ground with his back to the opposition, but he kept the ball alive. Good play.
Spruce jinks inside. Now goes back out to Courier. Courier taken by Bright Sodgy. Last tackle. Goulding. Oh, nice backwards kick there from Goulding behind Sodgy. Sodgy takes it, but he takes it in goal. Oh, he just moved his play. Good work by Bright Sodgy.
Oh, good play by both sides. That was a lovely kick by Goulding. Hadley had come right across from the left wing. He knew what it was all about, and another mistake from the Rovers. Oh, dearie me, who'd want to be a coach?
And this a big chance for Widnes. They're on the 20-metre line, just inside it, as Goulding switches it back to Fine Marlow. Fine Marlow taken by Richardson. But Fine Marlow right up to that try line. That's what you can see on the right-hand side of your picture. Widnes now, what can they work in the final seconds of normal time? Ball goes to ground, knocked backwards. Referee said he saw a knock on though.
Well, a disgust on the face, trying to do the run round. They actually just collided. It was a fingertip that just knocked it down. Sorensen looking up at his support players saying you come too close. They're panicking a little bit, Widnes, and that's full credit to the Hull Kingston Rovers side.
Coming up to injury time any second. Widnes in front at the moment by 6 points to 2. Hull KR in possession inside their own half. Into stoppage time now. It's been a very tight first half though. It promises well for the second half of this game. There's not much to separate these two sides. End of last year, Widnes just finished ahead of Rovers thanks to points difference. There may not be an enormous difference between them again this season. Some may disagree with me. Kick ahead by Windley. Oh, bit of a challenge. Oh, and there goes loader anyway. No point discussing that one because the first half is over. Widnes scored the first point of this game, a Richie Ayres try. Fletcher a penalty goal back for Hull KR. And then after that, a Jonathan Davis penalty for Widnes. So as the sides leave the pitch, it's Widnes who are in front. Widnes slightly the better of a close first half. Hull KR 2, Widnes 6. The big leagues at Hull KR this week. The Rovers playing Widnes. New Craven Park, a big crowd here tonight. Packed full of Robin supporters, but a few made a journey from Widnes as well. And a good atmosphere from a good first half. Widnes only 6-2 in front. He wasn't very happy about it, but he might be cheered up by his dad's words. A big game for Paul Moriarty, of course, in this game. But, Steve-O, this is where you blew up during the game. Explain it again.
Well, I couldn't believe it. It was a lovely pass out wide, and there you can see beautiful ball that set the Welsh second row away. But dearie me, look at Hadley. He throws, he looks to the heavens, and so he should. Moriarty puts the hands to his head. He knows he's done wrong.
There's the top tacklers from the first half. Paul Speckman, the number 13 for Hull KR, with 17 tackles. And Paul Speckman, the man who's been top of their tackle count in all 3 of their games this season, pre-season and championship. Hard work by Lee Richardson and Sean Ho as well. But Paul Speckman taking the honours for Hull Kingston Rovers. As far as the Widnes top tacklers are concerned, the outstanding men there. Kurt Sorensen, 20 tackles from Kurt Sorensen tonight. With him, Paul Hume, the captain, always a workhorse of this side. And Richie Ayres, who was saying what a great running game he's had. He's been making the tackles as well.
Yeah, top quality there. And the man in your screen, Kurt Sorensen, he knows that there is still a lot of work to be done in this final 40 minutes. The Rovers will not sit down and be beaten easy. They were going to have to really work hard, this Widnes pack.
Rovers then trailing by 6 points to 2. They've got the kick-off. There's not much of a wind. That won't affect the game. The weather conditions, they're cold. And perhaps that might affect the handling, because really it is getting a bit bitter coming in off the sea. As the kick goes right behind the post, and a perfect start for Hull KR.
Well, a wonderful start there. Mike Fletcher seen that Jonathan Davis was not positioned in the in-goal area. That is a bad mistake. He knows it. It's easier to run forward a lot faster than it is going backwards.
So Davis has to drop out because of that going dead. And Hull KR comes straight back at him with Fletcher. And Fletcher on the charge. Immediately trying to make yards. Wriggles out of a tackle too. He's got Lee Richardson hovering behind him. A few words exchanged with Paul Hume. Chris Harrison takes it closer. Harrison taking it right up to the 20-metre line. Richardson again directing the traffic behind him. Think about a change in direction. Instead brings in O'Brien. O'Brien well wrapped up though by Paul Hume. O'Brien struggles to his feet as Hull KR trying to find a way through this Widnes defence. Widnes caught Hull KR cold in the first half. The try timed at just 48 seconds for Richie Ayres. Now Hull KR trying to catch Widnes cold. Kick comes in from Phil Windley. Davis looking for it, having to stretch for it, and he takes it well under pressure from Sodji.
Lovely kick by Windley, but marvellous take by the Welsh wizard. He was not put off one iota by the oncoming traffic. It was going to be his ball all the way.
Moriarty. Well, I'm sure he'll be a big fan of yours after those comments, Steve-O. Sorensen. Widnes using the big men to pound their way out of their own 10-metre zone. As Ayres now runs it a bit wide, almost able to slip it to find Marlowe. But in the end, Rovers is 3, wriggling to the ground. O'Brien's tackle. Goulding kick under pressure. Very good long deep kick as well. Almost found touch, just bounced the wrong way, and Fletcher picks it up on the 20-metre line. McCurry up quickly for the tackle. Chris Harrison to the floor by McCurry again. We saw the top tackle count with Sorensen leading it for Widnes. McCurry must have been close. Bright Soji, we haven't really seen much of him so far this game, but as we know from last year when we saw his hat-trick against Wakefield, he's the sort of guy who can turn the game in a flash of inspiration. Real natural speed. 20 tries in the championship last year. He's looking for 30, he says, this season.
Well, he's certainly got the speed. Now, Widnes are very famous for moving in very quickly out wide.
With a little bit of thought there on the grubber kick, and now it falls the right way for Hulkington Rovers. The tackle count goes back to North 2. And Wembley's kick pays off for the Robins.
Getting back to that defensive quality, Peter. There you see it, they come in short. It's a sliding defence all the time. But another mistake lets Widnes off the hook.
Mike Bibby letting it fall to the floor.
Speckman was sending a long ball out wide. I'm afraid it was Ho that came in. It wasn't intended for him.
Moriarty pushed backwards. Lee Richardson, who's a lot smaller than him, pushing him back those few yards. As Widnes again look for the runners. Darren Wright taken. Paul Lyman, the substitute, making a tackle and making a tackle again. Kick from Goulding. Just wide of Fletcher again. Unlucky for Goulding, rolls in towards Fletcher, and he takes his moments before running forward. Tackle coming in from Adrian Hadley.
Well, I think that was more intended by Bobby Goulding there. He just wanted to put it into the space, make sure that the Widnes defence cut them into the corner. They'll now try to keep KR in their own quarter.
That's the words of the referee. You can hear Colin Steele, picked up by our touchside microphones, as Harrison comes forward. Handling errors 9-7. We saw a few of them in the first half, didn't we? And that kick goes out in the fall from Phil Windley.
Oh, we mentioned in the half-time break that the Rovers had to kick well away from Hadley because he was so strong, but that's not what was intended.
Did go away from him, though. Or the use, mind you.
Well, he didn't have to be about 24 foot to have got that one.
Goulding walks round the crumb slowly, then accelerates as he puts the ball in. David Hume taken by his opposite number, Sean Ho. Bit of help too from Lyman. 5 minutes of the second half gone. And Widnes in possession with Wright. Looked like he was thinking about the kick there, maybe just a dummy. Paul Hume. And it goes out wide, and again the ball goes to the floor, this time on Richie Ayres. And Richie Ayres shows a frustration, which I'm sure is contagious to all the Widnes players.
Well, he actually took that ball first, didn't he? He just lost control of it. It was a lovely ball by Goulding. Ball hit in the chest. I thought he'd taken it, but on the replay you can see quite clearly there. They're going to rule the mistakes.
It's still very close. A little mistake could turn this game. Just 4 points between the sides, one try. Ended up 2 points between them last season in the corresponding fixture. So every little thing could be crucial. Look at that scrum count now. Unbelievable, isn't it? Lee Richardson, he'll love this one. OKR, so much possession, so little effect.
Yes, but it's keeping them well in this game. They're not panicking as much. They're playing simple, basic football. They're supporting the man with the ball very well indeed.
Over the halfway line now. Last tackle. Kick from acting halfback from Lyman. Goes between really Courier and Davis. Courier in the end is the man who picks it up, and Soji up there quickly to make the tackle.
Well, it's obvious we were talking about it. No, it's a chance.
Oh, almost worked for him. Put a bit of a kick in there to play the ball. Almost able to dive in it, but in the end it fell right for Hadley.
Well, it was worth the chance.
Spruce taken. Widnes not too far away from their own try line. Sorensen slips it wide. Now a chance for the runners as Wright tries to find a way through. but in the end he's dragged into touch by Andy Thompson. And you were saying at half-time, Steve, Andy Thompson really impressing you.
My word, he came there, he didn't take the dummy at all, did he? Right, tried to send him inside. He had his sights set on the target and made contact very well indeed.
Substitution happening for Widnes. The guy coming off, I think, is Kurt Sorensen. It is indeed Kurt Sorensen. Harvey Howard will presumably for the man who's in the scrum. He is indeed. You just saw a glimpse of him now in the bottom right of your picture. Hose lifted to Fletcher. Fletcher with a bit of room to make a run. Eventually taken by Spruce and Hume. That's a new man, Harvey Howard, former rugby union winger, now a big forward for Widnes. Wayne Jackson takes them to within about 22, 23 metres. They go on quite a deep line, and it didn't really pay off for them because the ball falls to the floor even again.
Well, the ball was a bit of a hospital pass, wasn't it? The players was coming through. He knew it as well.
By Marlowe, taken rather high there by Lee Richardson. But the referee not seeing a problem.
Well, that's the type of run that Widnes have to produce now. Oh, he's got to be offside there. Referee Steele allows play on. We're getting back to Widnes. They've got to start grinding it out. They've got to start doing a little bit more effort in the forwards. Work that yardage and then work the link.
Richie Ayres now. Ayres able to slip the ball in the tackle too. Goulding keeps the move flowing. Now Widnes coming for something. Great defensive work there by Bright Sodji. The former rugby union winger, people think people come in from rugby union and can't make tackles. Sodji did all right there. Now a chance for Widnes once more, and Spruce makes the run, and Spruce taken well. Good bit of work in there by Windley, and Spruce looked to be free. Last tackle, Goulding. Goulding tries to find something moving. Davis is the man in the line. There's a gap for Davis. He kicks ahead. Was he obstructed? Sodji comes in, collects the ball, knocks it backwards. Davis not happy.
Well, surely that's a knock on. We'll see it on the replay. Well, no. He rolled over it. The ball had a backward momentum. The Rovers player came back onside before touching the ball. He's given a penalty for offside from Widnes. No, I think it might have been for back-chatting the referee. Yes, it was.
Spot on, Steve-O. And Hulkayar able to release the pressure. Good work that by Sodji though. Harrison now takes it up once more.
Well, he read it well, didn't he? He knew that the problems there. Davis jinking through. It was a neat little kick there. And Davis and the Widnes team will have to start thinking of a few more tactics because they're finding it very difficult to get through. Oh, dearie me.
He wasn't expecting that, was he, O'Brien?
Once again, the ball, it wasn't meant for Speckman there. You saw that he didn't even look at it.
Goulding to Moriarty. Oh, knocks the floor once more, and Lee Richardson dives it for Hulkayar.
Well, the bigger they are, harder they fall, and so does the ball. Oh, they're in a lot of trouble, Widnes here.
Moriarty
they're being rattled.
Tackle, and Rovers come forward over the halfway line. Speckman making that run. O'Brien now in the line. Richardson, Speckman, Windley, Ho. Ho can't go anywhere though. They didn't make any yards on that tackle. This the last one. Back for the kick from Fletcher. He's chasing it. He's hanging up in the air a bit. Oh, lovely take by Fletcher. They're still going to Thompson. Thompson to Lyman, but picked out of his hands by Adrian Hadley. And Hadley goes forward. Now we saw last year at this same ground, Mike, a Hulkayar try after Mike Fletcher did so well at that, and a great catch again.
Oh, that was magnificent play. It was a lovely kick, but Widnes just held off. They thought that Fletcher, they didn't even know it was coming. But great play.
Richie Ayres head on, chasing their way down. Handling errors mounting up considerably. 12-9, Hulkayar have the greater problem, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure Widnes coach Phil Larder will be looking for Bobby Goulding to get more involved, a little bit more individual style play. He's been just a general, keeping the ball out wide so far. He's got to come into it a little bit more.
Good run there by Steve McCurry. Goulding now kicks. Tries to get behind Cook. Cook has to knock it forward with his foot. Bit of a dangerous bit of play by Graham Cook, but it worked for him. Interesting Goulding's kicking there, that it's almost shades of Derek Fox, isn't it, the way he's trying to place his kicking, like really trying to pick out his spot to put it on.
Yes, well, it's obviously under instructions, but I'm sure that Lardy will tell him to unleash a little bit more, because they need it. Oh, great tackle there.
Lovely work by Paul Moriarty and Andy Thompson. Ankle tap in there by Moriarty. The ball's left behind though, and Rovers still keep coming. The ball knocked backwards, was it? Yes, it was, says Colin Steele. And now they have a chance to run it out wide. They have men out here. Sodji was waiting, but instead they go inside. Oh, a lovely bit of work by Hull Kingston Rovers. And the referee in there quickly.
Well, a lovely stepping run by Lyman. The old stage that has been around a while. He's caught a lot like that. And the referee Steele says to Goulding, that was high. Bobby doesn't agree. The referee couldn't care less. Neither could the Hull Kingston Rovers fans. And once again, the Rovers are getting out of it.
It's a story of this game, isn't it? Both sides putting on pressure, then other mistakes, releasing the pressure, loosing the valve. And now Rovers have the chance because they're deep into Widnes territory. It was a good kick to touch.
I still feel that Widnes are a little bit susceptible out wide. If Rovers can get a long ball out, especially to Sodji, I think we could see a try coming.
Speckman, oh, a hit in there, a real hit by Goulding. He did well, he almost won the ball as well.
Oh, that really was a shoulder charge. It was fair, there was nothing dirty about it.
I think he's struggling, isn't he, as a result of it?
Well, I think he must have been, because the ball was there and Bobby didn't realise it was just in front of him. I think he may be a bit concussed. I hope he's okay, but that really was a crunch tackle.
Goulding on the floor. Rovers in possession. Oh, and Fletcher nearly found the gap there. I think a hand may have come in from Faimalo. That's Goulding on the floor. Let's see the incident.
Well, this really was a body charge and a half. Oh, yeah, I think the heads collided there. Now, a little bit further on for that, the ball spilled out, and it was actually about an inch away from Bobby's hands, and he didn't know. He didn't know it was there, and you can see he's struggling, is the lad. He doesn't know where he is.
Brave tackle, though, wasn't it, Steve-O?
Oh, he went for the tackle all right, and it was fair. Nothing wrong with that. It's in the rules. And sensibly, Widnes are replacing him, giving him chance to recover his senses. That's good thinking by the Widnes camp.
Kurt Sorensen, I think, the man who's come back on for him. It'll be interesting to see how they reshuffle. David Hume going to scrum half. And Paul Hume going off the pitch as well.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me now if Larder brings Jonathan Davis up into the line, maybe to just add that bit of spark. Probably drop Adrian Hadley to the full back. That's the sort of thing I would be looking for.
I just wonder what's happened with Paul Hume there, though. Is he getting strapping? I think he is. Well, I had me worried for a moment. I thought we'd missed something enormous, Steve-O.
No, you're right there.
Paul Hume getting treatment.
Yeah, Widnes only got 12 players on the paddock at the moment, but they're in possession.
Howard was the man with that run. McCurry, the other sub, the man with this run.
He's certainly equipped himself well, hasn't he, McCurry?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a great player.
Well, you see on the replay there, the half-back Windley, not square. You cannot go around like that. McCurry appealing to the referee. The penalty is given. There you see the claret flowing.
Yeah, Paul Hume in the blood bin.
Obviously the referee Steele wanted to send him off straight away at that last scrum. Rightly so.
Just shows the collisions that can happen in scrums though, doesn't it, Steve-O? Now Widnes goes charging forward. Here's Harvey Howard with a great transformation to the rugby league game from him.
I hope you're not referring to my lunch there.
Haven't been damaged at all, have they, Steve-O? McCurry. Hume inside to find Marlowe. Marlowe looks for someone to reach. Can't quite reach anyone though.
Well, there was no one there. He was looking in vain. There was no second phase attack.
Again, Widnes trying to find a hole in this Hull KR defence. They've only breached it once. Richie Ayres try after 48 seconds of this game, but they're very close now. McCurry out to David Hume. Is he going to kick? No, he won't. Looks for Moriarty. Moriarty taken though by the second row combination of Hulkingston Rovers. Moriarty tries to find a way to heal the ball. Finally can. Sorensen. I thought Sorensen was going to kick then. Knocks inside. Oh, interception! Can Rovers make anything out of this? No, they can't. Speckman taken well by McCurry.
Sorensen trying to keep the ball alive. It didn't work out. And Widnes can thank their lucky stars. It wasn't that man, Bright Sodgy, that took the intercept.
Well, we could have been screaming if Sodgy had got the ball. As it is, it's back down to low decibel level again. The cats and dogs of Britain will be happy. Rovers still in possession though, inside their own half. Richardson, Windley thinks about the pass, decides he's not going to make any yards that way, goes himself. Sorensen there's for him. Cook back to Speckman for the kick this time. And Speckman's kick is a good one too. Takes it right off to the 20-metre line.
Good thinking there by the loose forward. We mentioned there was no point in kicking it down Hadley or Jonathan Davis's throat. He picked his spot perfectly. He's had a big game, Speckman.
Just a thought for you, Steve. The team that wins this game are going to be top of the table.
Well, for the effort that's been shown tonight, it's been a tough one.
Again, Colin Steele steps in the scrums, exerts his authority, says move back that way.
I just get the impression now, Peter, that the next team to score, the other side may just fall apart.
Widnes now with a chance to run the ball wide. Hadley and Sodgy collide. Sodgy, he came and looped across there. It's not his wing, but he came over and made the tackle. Courier to Moriarty. Moriarty trying to run wide. There's a gap there where Sodgy was. Sodgy still coming back to find his place. But Widnes couldn't find a way through on the Hull KR left. By Marlowe up to halfway. Widnes again making inroads into the Rovers territory. But Howard's pass fell to the floor. McCurry, the man, it bounced off.
Well, McCurry, you saw quite clearly. I hate to keep repeating myself, but you have to keep your eyes on this football. It doesn't just drop in there willy-nilly.
Not an easy one to take, though.
It's like trying to take a football with your eyes closed when you turn your head like that, or have your eyes focused on the opposition.
That's made it completely clear, Steve-O. Maybe. Fletcher kicks. He's the place kicker. He's the man who kicks for touch from that sort of situation. Harrison takes it close. Lee Richardson looks behind him now to see interesting formation that Hull KR have put out, but it's not a planned move on this tackle, or is it? Now it goes wide. Speckman trying to find some support. He gets it to the substitute in there, Paul Lyman, and Lyman eventually taken by Harvey Howard. 6-2, Widnes lead, but Rovers inside the 10-metre line. Now Rovers, can he find a way through? Oh, the ball goes to the floor again. Moriarty's tackle. Fletcher picks it up, but it's all in vain.
Well, you see Sean Ho here with the impact of Moriarty. The left arm coming in low. You'll see that it jolts the ball clear. There it is. Impact does it all.
Davis taken, but Widnes still come forward. They're just on the 20-metre. Handling errors go up and up and up. As Marlow comes forward for Widnes.
Well, the Widnes tactics, they still feel confident to keep using these forwards, one out, grind their way up there, just hope for this break. But full credit to Hulkingston Rovers, they really have sorted this defensive pattern out well.
Last tackle now. This might not have the spectacular running rugby we saw from Leeds and St Helens, but it's certainly hard work out there. It's certainly an intense game. Touch just come on, he was flagging, and the referee, Mr. Steele, has brought him on, got a word of advice. He's obviously spotted something just off the play. I think it's Chris Harrison he's trying to bring out. No, Lyman. Lyman looks as confused as we are. And the penalty goes to Widnes. A bit of an elbow off the ball it was. You can see as Lyman comes through, I feel, that Lyman on the left of the screen coming through and goes in on Sorensen.
Well, I reckon they've milked that. There was nothing wrong with that. It was just a shoulder charge. And I'm not surprised that Lyman is looking confused. He can't believe it. Neither can I.
Substitution for Hulkingston Rovers. Paul Vanett, the man who's coming on, and Wayne Jackson, the man who's coming off. So Paul Vanett, yet another local product, can play, well, virtually anywhere in the scrum. And the good man's having the bench.
Well, I can't believe that the medic flag waver came on for that.
We'll be very merry after that comment. Sorensen, again, keeps coming forward. You can see how close they are to the post now. As McCurry goes an acting half-back. McCurry, can he inject some life into this Widnes side? David Hume playing at scrum half with Bobby Goulding off concussed. Into Richie Ayres, the try scorer, Ayres goes to the line and scores! Richie Ayres bundles his way over. The Rovers players complain, but Ayres has scored a cracker of a try there.
The Stones bit of championship replay will show it all. Run onto the ball. He nearly lost it. Now, did he get it down? The legs are there. Now, Windley had both legs underneath that ball. You'll see this. The crowd, they shouted for a forward. It was a ball game, wasn't it? Now, did he get it down? We can't see from this angle. Maybe we can see clearer here. Referee, you can see Steele in a good position. He's nearly dropping this ball. The impact gets into it. He forces his way through. This is real strength, but it's very difficult to see. Well, that really is something for the referee to sort out. Slowing it down. There you can see the little halfback. He claims that the ball isn't there. The ball isn't grounded, but it's to no avail. Referee Steele says it was, and there's the try scorer. His second of the night.
His third of the season. Top try scorer in the Rugby League so far. Jonathan Davis adds the two more. Steve, I just wonder on that one. Do you think it was a forward pass that actually set up the try?
Well, it certainly was a ball game, wasn't it? Really, it was very close indeed. A little bit unlucky there. Lady Luck, I feel, going against the Rovers. Let's hope that they don't fall apart now. I mentioned earlier that the next team to score a try would go on with confidence. Let's have another look at it. Well, I tell you what, I've seen them brought back, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Ayres was really running onto that ball, full steam.
And credit to him for the way he took the try. It was a terrific take. Widnes now in possession inside their own half, and they've got a bit of margin now. 12-2, the difference between the sides. Widnes in front. Harvey Howard.
You'll see Widnes step up a gear here. It's important now. Hulkingston Rovers, they know they're going into that certain time, the danger zone, where they've got to throw caution to the wind. Oh.
Well, clear what the referee's signalling there. Something went in the tackle.
Well, no doubt about it. Paul Vanett, substitute. There may be
very convincing, didn't he?
Well, he certainly swung. The intent was there. He probably had more force putting his gum shield in than he did with the contact with the fist. But the intent, we've got to cut that out.
Bannett in with a tackle again, as Widnes in front with the tails up, march towards the 20-metre line.
Geez, they really do run on the borderline with some of those passes, Widnes, don't they? The forwards steam right onto it.
Oh, lovely slip pass from Ayres to right. Right chips ahead, over the top of Fletcher. Will it fall for Hadley? No, it falls for Fletcher. And once more, the Hull KR fans reckon there was a forward pass as before.
Well, Wright chipped over, but what a wonderful ball by Richie Ayres. He's having a storming game. 2 tries. That man in the picture, he was the man that kicked through. Good defensive work there by Sodji as well.
Paul Hume will have to get back from the blood bin soon if he's not to go outside the regulated 10 minutes. Oh, and there he is. That was a good prediction. And Sodji now, is this his chance of a run for Hull KR? He's taken, and the crowd don't like the way he is taken, and they don't like the way he's not left up either, and the referee doesn't too.
Well, the referee wasn't sucked in for the first one with a swinging arm, but he's certainly got to get them for this one. Sodji milked it for all it was worth and got the penalty. And they weren't all over him, weren't they?
Andy Curry was sat on his head. Not easy to get up in that position. Fletcher's kick. Now Rovers, can they get themselves back into this game? It's been so tight for so much of the game, but now Widnes in front by 10 points. Rovers inside the Widnes half. Richardson wrapped up by Howard. Harrison. He's done so much work in this game, Chris Harrison. Not made the big busts, but he's made plenty of the small yard gains. Windley going forward, wriggling away. Out on the white, Lyman was waiting. It didn't go that far.
Good defence there by Widnes. You saw them come up quickly out wide. Force Hull Kingston Rovers down that channel, down the middle.
Windley's kick. Cook's looking for it. Bounces awkwardly for everybody. The ball falls to the floor and Widnes take it. Lyman thought he'd got it. He appeared to have got it, then he missed it.
Well, I think Lyman just touched it briefly with his fingers. So the knock-on will go down, first one.
And Adrian Hadley came up with the ball. Another scrum. Let's see if there's a penalty this time. There isn't. Oh, perhaps there is. Again, it goes the Hull KR way.
Well, sometimes in that scrum you can perm any 10, can't you?
It was definitely something in there. That's about as far as we can get. Sodji letting the ball go to the floor this time. Courier complaining. Was he in touch now?
Well, this is getting a little bit scrappy here. No doubt about it. His foot came out. Sodji just had enough momentum to pull him through. A little bit scrappy at the moment. And I just get the feeling that Colin Steele will have to stamp his authority very quickly. A lot of niggling going out there at the moment.
Just 10 minutes left in this game. Widnes in front by 10 points. You can see Paul Hume there. Blood all over his shirt. Widnes can't make many yards, but they'll be happy with that now. Possession football's the name of the game for them. Bibby's down injured in back play. Hull KR down to 12 men. As Speckman goes over the top of Richie Ayres. Now a chance of a break on for the prop forward, or standing prop forward if you like, Harvey Howard. Scrum count goes mounting up in the Hull KR advantage. Back for the kick from Davis. Davis's kick finds a bit of a gap in the Hull KR defence, and it's let go by Graham Cook.
Good position there by Davis. He gave himself plenty of time. There you can see, had all the time in the world, no pressure applied to him, but that's because he got himself into a perfect position.
Can you just explain for those people who maybe don't know the rules of rugby league so much, why Graham Cook left that one?
Well, he knows that they're going to get the head, which is the prop forward as the nearest to the halfback, who's also from the same side, will be feeding the scrum. The chance of the winning that is about 99.9.
And it worked out Hull KR's way again. Oh, the referee spots in there Paul Moriarty. High contact, I think, on Paul Bennett.
A little bit over-enthusiastic there, but he certainly hit low with the shoulder. The arm went through, and you can see there on the stream Moriarty looking at his fingers. May have dislocated one of those fingers. All part and parcel of this game, I'm afraid.
Paul Moriarty with the tackle. Hull KR with possession. Harrison forward once more.
He certainly worked hard, Moriarty. I know he bombed a try in that first half, but he really has impressed me, especially when he has those big runs out wide.
Windy looking for support. Here comes Speckman. Now can Speckman find a hole? No, that's up by David Hume. And whenever Hull KR have had possession, the Widnes tackling has been up to it. Sudji now. Sudji going for the line. Taken by Kurt Sorensen, the man who led the tackle count in the first half. All over Sudji. Couldn't get a penalty out of it though. Richardson goes himself. That's the try line you can see just at the top of your shot. Not very far away. Ho tries to spread it out to the left. Windley thinks about his options, but there's no way through for Hull Kingston Rovers. Speckman gets up, heels it. Windley, little chip through, looking for Sudji. Can he find him? He finds him, but not over the line. That was definitely Sudji behind the line, surely.
Well, it was offside. There you can see Sudji. It's about 5 yards in front of the kicker. He tries to get away with a try there. No good a feeling, boy. The touch judge and the referee correct.
That was a case of Sudji appealing that two wrongs make a right. Offside, and he didn't go over the try line, so he appealed that made a try.
Well, I suppose he tried to sneak in. But I doubt if he thought anyone on the ground would miss that.
Offside and a tap here. Now there's a bizarre infringement. Scrum down as a result. And it's won by Hull Kingston Rovers. Hull KR very close to the line once more. Only 10 points between the sides. It's not all over yet, even though Widnes clearly think they have the upper hand. Harrison on the floor. What's happened here?
Looks like cramp.
Yeah, only cramp.
You can see he pointed to the hooker, Richardson. Get hold of the leg quickly, boy. That hurts. But play the ball first. Then you can get treatment.
Lyman tries to wriggle out of the tackle from Marlow. Marlow given a bit of attention by Lee Richardson at the back. Looked like he was inspecting his shirt for damage. Good chip ahead. Ooh, nearly worked for Windley. Falls for Bennett. It came off Davis, but the referee wiped it clear. He hasn't given the signal, but I'm sure he must have done. There it is.
But that's good refereeing. He allowed the advantage because he nearly scored there, Bennett to Richardson. Richardson tries to burrow through. Can't get there.
But this, you really get the feeling, is a last throw for Hull KR. They get something in this game, they need to score now. Fletcher the captain, bouncing off a couple of tackles. They're still very close to the post, very close to the try line. Richardson. Now he goes to find a bit of room on the right as Ho tries to burst through, taken by Wright and Davis.
That was a lovely pass by Speckman, nearly split the defence.
Richardson, Speckman again. Oh, falls to the floor though off Lyman's fingertips and falls forward as well. Knock off.
Well, the chance went begging, but as you mentioned, Peter, just a little bit forward there. The ball was going down. Lyman, over-enthusiastic, overrun the ball a little bit there. That's why I had to reach a little bit back. Knock-on resulting.
Rovers will be feeling this is one of those days. Started off badly when Paul Lyman's car broke down and then he arrived just before kick-off. Wayne Parker misses a fitness test. And now, every time they get so close, just little things trip them up. Widnes come forward again. Worth saying that Widnes doing this all without Bobby Goulding, who went off with concussion as Adrian Hadley surges away. And can Hadley make something here? Yes, he can. There goes McCurry. McCurry over the 20. He's going to reach the try line. Try for Widnes, Steve McCurry. And that is victory for Widnes.
The Stone Bitter Championship replay will show that Hadley used his brains. A quick play of the ball. He saw that Hull Kingston Rovers were very slow to get back. And good support play by this guy here, McCurry. He's had a very good game. Came on as a substitute, but really has taken a starting role for Widnes. Good support play. But that all came about by this. There you can see the Hulkingston Rovers defence. They're caught napping. They did not turn around. He knew that. He threw the little dummy, drew the cover across. It's a clear run, and this guy's got enough speed to take it. A good try indeed, but good thinking.
McCurry, a man who didn't score all last season, didn't figure in the first team that much last season, but a great start to the season this time for Steve McCurry. He must have thought all his Christmases had come at once when Phil Larder was appointed coach. Phil Larder, the man who made him Great Britain Academy captain, and I'm sure Phil Larder will bring the best out of McCurry. Now Davis, a chance for a third success. Oh, hits the post. Won't be happy about that one, but it shouldn't really affect the scoreline now. Or it shouldn't affect the result now. Widnes 16-2 in front.
Now this is at the play of the ball. There you can see, look, there's the line across, and he takes full advantage of that. Good play.
Thanks, Steve-o. Widnes 16-2 in front. Minute and a half or so to go. Paul Hume taken to the floor. They're just announcing the man of the match at the ground. And the Hulkingston Rovers man of the match goes to Mike Fletcher, their captain. It was a good organisational figure for them too.
And rightly so, he's had a big game for the Rovers. But Widnes look likely now to take away the spoils. Now that's an unusual rule. You don't see that all that often. The man pushing away at the play of the ball as they were sending the ball back to be kicked.
Just 1 minute of ordinary time to go, and for Mike Fletcher and Hulkingston Rovers, a last chance to really claw back a bit of the difference. Harrison now, 10 metres from the line. Can Hull KR try and find a way through? Vanett held by Howard, by Ayres, and also by Sorensen. Richardson now. Change of direction. Two change of direction. Certainly confused Hull KR. I don't know what it did to Widnes.
Well, it's been the story of the night, hasn't it? This drop ball. I'm afraid they won't be happy with that. Neither will the number 6, Shane Ho. With full credit to Hulkingston Rovers, they have tried, but really Widnes just have that little bit of class and strength to take them through. But they know they've been in a hard game.
I wonder about Widnes. People have called them dark horses for the championship. How far do you think they can go?
Well, I've been impressed with them, at least just to the fact that they've been over-enthusiastic at times, giving away silly penalties, and also the fact that they've spilled quite a lot of football. I'm sure that Phil Larder will be working on that all through the season.
You look at the names, though, there's good names there. It's just as you say, mistakes, little mistakes. If they can sort it out, they'll be a good side this season.
My word, they've got a very strong pack, and I've been impressed with the way that Widnes have used their big forwards out wide. There you see Courier losing the ball. He really didn't carry it correctly, did he? He should have held that ball into his chest. He was there for the taking, and they took it.
Hull KR with possession from the scrums again. So Widnes have achieved this big victory despite the fact that Hull KR have really dominated possession. But Widnes have made their possession count. And Richie Ayres has really had a big game for them. 2 tries, 1 try from McCurry. Rovers now. Vanett unloads to Thompson. Thompson tries to make the race. They're still running. It might be into injury time, but they're still running, still coming forward.
Been a good tussle between the second rowers, Thompson and Richie Ayres. They've certainly shone tonight.
If you had to nominate one outstanding player, Steve-o, who'd you go for?
Oh, I'd have to go for Richie Ayres. 2 tries, he's worked well both in attack and defence. And also I've been impressed with the winger, Adrian Hadley. He's certainly showed a lot of class. He's beaten a lot of tackles.
Rovers to kick. Windley is going to go right down the throat. Is it? No, it's not. Good bit of work there by Fletcher. Slipped the ball and Bibby was close. There's a who to know. There's full time. Widnes raced away at the start of this game, and in the end they run out with victory. The first try of the game just on 48 seconds from Richie Ayres. It looked then like it might be a rout, but Mike Fletcher and his Hull KR side had something to say about that. Fletcher's penalty brought it back to 4-2. 6-2 when Jonathan Davis got another penalty. That was half-time. It was close throughout this game, first half and second half, but the crucial points came in the second half. Davis adding a kick, importantly a second try from Richie Ayres. Steve McCurry getting a good try too after great work by Adrian Hadley. This is a good team performance by Widnes. They started off with a win on Sunday against Castleford. They won again tonight, so it's Widnes who are top of the table after beating...
Welcome back. Widnes in a canter in the end. We'll have a look at some of it in a moment or so. First of all, downstairs, Peter Hutton and Richie Ayres. Peter.
Well, first of all, let's talk to Richie Ayres, one of the heroes of the Widnes side, and a good day for you on the try scorer in front as well.
Yeah, you know, the season started off well. You know, I've scored in every game now. 2 was a bonus today, but I think the bonus was 2 points.
Obviously, in the end, the margin's quite big, but it was a tight game throughout, really.
Yeah, you know, obviously, we thought we was going to have a tough game down here. Every time I play down here, it's always tough, you know. So we were just going to play compact and... you know, we're glad for the 2 points.
It's been a great start for Widnes, 2 wins, 2 games. It certainly looks like things are clicking there.
They're clicking at present, you know. It's still early doors yet, but, you know, we're masterful in training and let's hope that can keep it going and gain a championship again.
Phil Larder as coach, how's he changed things?
He's not changed things, he's just give a lot of guys confidence, you know. Obviously the training's changed a little bit, but it was just confidence that we lacked last year and obviously it's emphasised there tonight.
And on your own career, obviously, you must have been feeling a bit unlucky to miss out on the tour, but it's been a good start to the season for you.
Yeah, it's been a good start, you know, about the tour sort of thing, you know, I didn't particularly do myself any justice last year, but this season I've really trained through the pre-season, you know, and hopefully I can carry on and try and get in the World Cup squad.
It's certainly something to aim for, isn't it?
Well, that's an aim for, yeah.
Grand, well, thanks a lot to Richie. With me too is the losing captain, Mike Fletcher. Mike, you got man of the match though for Hull KR, and not a bad game for yourself, but obviously you must be disappointed to lose what was a tight finish.
Yeah, we've talked about basics all week, and against class sides like Widnes, you can't give that much ball away. And tonight we just dropped too much ball, and Widnes made us pay.
Obviously, the first try was just on 48 seconds. Do you think that was affected by the fact you had to reshuffle so late on?
No, not really. You can put it down to lack of concentration or bad tackling. And really, we did well to come back and hold them. And in the end, it was a close game.
What about Rovers this season? Because obviously you have had problems this summer with people not signing their contracts, including someone who's standing in front of me. But everyone is here now. Do you think you can build on the team you've got here? Do you think you've got a strong enough side to stay up?
We've got to really be lucky with injuries because the squad isn't that big. And hopefully we can build on performances like this where we can improve on the basics. And hopefully we can give all the teams what come down here a good game.
There's only one player missing, which is Graham Hallis, but I'm sure you'd log him back here.
Yes, you miss Graham's pace out there, and he's getting strong in tackling now, and hopefully we can solve something and get him back here.
Just finally a comment on Widnes. How good do you think they are? How well do you think they'll do this season?
Well, you've got to be looking at Widnes in the top 4, and they'll always be pushing, won't they? So they'll be there again.
Great, thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks a lot, Richie.
Well done, Peter. Thank you. There's the confirmation, Steve-O.